Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Elm Creek. Alright, I have a load of pallets here that I've gone and bought. The flour ones seem to be fairly bulky, so I got several of those. And then there's a few others that I've picked up as well, but we need to just put up alongside this lot up here. We'll start with these and we will see how well this actually works. So all straps off and load up those three right there. So naturally it's picking the lowest lying point on the trailer each time that it does it, which is the same as the SEK one was doing. So at the moment there's no real difference to it. What I am going to do is I'm going to try putting the pallet on the trailer on the other side so it doesn't keep drifting away from the stuff I'm trying to load. Now it's trying to drift away from them. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Why is it drifting so much? Why is it wandering around like that? I don't get this. But I just want to bring this in ever so slowly like that. And I'm liking this test idea of doing a mountain of different pallets. Seeing how the script loads them up. Like that. And it's trying to drift sideways, even as I'm like, it's getting quite drastic with its drifting now. I suspect that's because of the items that we've got on the trailer, and that's also causing it to do some drifting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one over here and load the pallets up, and then just double tap the what do you call it, the straps like that. And then load those up again. Double tap the straps. So we've got 3 high on a lot of these. This trailer is absolutely wonderful. This load that we've got here is absolutely amazing. But those wheels, I wonder if that's anything to do with it. They're going into the ground. Sort of drifting into the ground a bit. But anyway, that trailer is wonderful. Let's get some more pallets up on there, shall we? I have spent an obscene amount of money on produce for this trailer. An absolutely obscene amount of money. The thing that I love most about this mod, I think, is the way that it does actually load the trailer itself. But it does look like the main issue here is that the front set of wheels there is dipping into the ground. I don't know why it's doing that, but that does seem to be the main cause of the problem. Like, those wheels are dipping into the ground, and that is what is causing our issues. So I'm going to undo those and load up some more. That's it! I can't load any more. We are loaded right up. The cake pallets. The cake pallets are going to be our last chance for glory over here. I bought cake. I bought cake. You can never have too much cake. Although I don't actually like cake myself, but, you know, so I've been told. So I don't like cake. I like some cake. Right, that's it. We're done. We have loaded up as much as we possibly can. This pallet is the most overloaded pallet I have... this trailer is the most overloaded trailer I've ever created. I'm thinking that we want this one to go to the supermarket. The majority of what I've got on this trailer will actually sell at the supermarket. So that's where we want to go. Whether we go to our own supermarket, or there's one a bit closer, isn't there? But look at that. That is a thing of beauty. I mean, there's some bad loading there at the back. Got a few bits that have sort of tumbled off of each other, but how awesome is that? I love this trailer load. I just don't like the way that those front wheels are disappearing into the ground. It's a bit disconcerting, really. I think we might be better off trying to get this one to our supermarket rather than the supermarket that's on the base game, because the base game map, the supermarket for that one is there, and you've got to reverse in to be able to sell, haven't you? And I don't want to be doing any of that. So it's a little bit of a drive. I don't want to have the hired help doing this drive, though. I want to do this myself because the hired help is likely to make a mistake and tip this load off onto the ground. And we really don't want that. It's taken us a long time to load this up. I am curious. I don't imagine that you're allowed to drive tractors on a highway. Oh, it's up there. And you've got to go all the way up there to be able to get on. It's all the way over there onto the highway. Travel all the way down again. So we won't do that. We'll come out onto this road. And we'll come along here. And we can do that. We can do the highway route. We'll see about doing the highway route. Look at all of that stuff. This is the... I'm guessing that this is down to the mod that I've got. I don't know if the base game shows everything that you've got on a trailer like that, but I have got a mod that shows everything. It shows the stuff that you're carrying, and it's the... it's not the inspector mod. It's the vehicle fruits HUD, I think it is. It's not one that's on the in-game mod hub, though. There is a link to it on my Discord channel, so there's a link to the Discord in the description. You can go and follow... Just follow the link. It's not actually a Discord link, it's a link to another video. You then get the Discord link on there. It's fairly easy and straightforward to follow it through. But you just go into the description and scroll down through there's all kinds of links and stuff in there. And just follow the one for the Discord. And then you can join the Discord, and then you'll be able to get the link for that one right there. Plus the vehicle inspector, which is the one in the top right-hand corner that shows my different vehicles. So I normally prefer to have something that is subtle, that is small. So, like, I've got the engine percentage in the bottom right-hand corner that is the engine load percentage. That is just underneath the speedo, well, not the actual speedo, just under the bit where it's saying 16 miles an hour, and it's got 32, and then under there is a percentage. That's the engine load. So that's the mod. Very, very subtle, very small addition. Just at the very bottom, underneath all of that, is 16.2 tons, total 22.8. That's telling me that the tractor I'm driving is 16.2 tons, and the overall weight of everything I've got here includes a trailer, which is 22.8, but it doesn't include the stuff I've got strapped onto the trailer. It doesn't count that. So we have actually got a fair bit more than that. But it doesn't count that weight. But there's another one. It's another little mod. Gives me some extra information. It's subtle. It's small. Like the inspector mod in the top right-hand corner. Sorry, top left. Bottom right is a speedo. I think I said it the other way around. Top left, we've got the vehicle inspector mod that's telling me at the moment that the 8R410 is being driven by Frithgar at 16 kilometers an hour. Slow going. And I suspect the slow going is because the wheel is clipped through the map. I really hope that there's an update to this and it sorts out this clipping issue with the wheel. Because this trailer having the pallets facing in this direction is absolutely fantastic. If this trailer didn't drift and didn't clip into the bottom of the map like that, it would be even better. That would be a significant improvement on what we have on it at the moment. I don't know how much of this stuff is going to sell at the supermarket. It won't all sell here, I know that much. But we will sell what we can. Yeah, see how much it's dancing there? Because it's clipped into the road. Really, really don't... That bugs me. That's really irritating me, that is. Okay, let's be careful here, because that car is going to cause us some problems, isn't it? One round there. And I like the... Yeah, so I like the subtle mod. So the vehicle fruits HUD that is now right the way across our screen, it's not particularly subtle. However, it is one that I make it... That is an exception to the rule that I like to have everything subtle. I'm happy to have that one there, because it does serve a really good purpose. Planks are not accepted, so we can't unload the planks here. And the planks, I think there's only one place that you can take those. Alright. The weight that has come off of this thing already is quite substantial. There is a lot of dancing around. Fabric's not accepted here. How much is this thing moving? Look at what it's doing. It's drifting everywhere. Like, those strawberries are so far off, like, the trailer has moved so far to the side that the strawberries can't even sell. Now the back of the pallet is, the trailer is just going everywhere. This is because it's clipping into the ground slightly. Well, at least that's my theory. I don't know this for fact. But that's my current theory on the matter, is it's because it's clipping into the ground. And, yeah, like the tomatoes, they're not doing very well because everything's clipped into the ground. Trying to sell strawberries. The weight of it, I think, has also made... It did make a difference. It doesn't seem to like the massive weight of material that we had there. So that definitely affected it. But we've got everything unloaded here. I've made a loss on this. I've definitely made a loss on this. So I've sold everything that I can at the moment for 450,000. So there's a lot of money that we've just lost there because I loaded it up slightly crazy. I'm going to take it right round again, and we're going to just sell off the rest of these items, and then I've got to sell planks and fabric somewhere. Although I suspect I'm not actually going to bother. I don't know yet. I might just try and set the hired help doing some of this work. The hired help can do the work, so we'll unload the strawberries right here. Get that unloaded. I need to find... I think the fabric, the only place you can sell that is at a tailor, and I don't even know if we've got a tailor available. So that's everything. That's the whole lot. So now, if I do that, and then load it back up again, I can ignore the rest of that. Our tractor can come on up this way. We'll have a look in here a moment, and here, and then we need to scroll down and find fabric right there. Multi-fruit buying station will sell it to us, apparently. I don't even know how we would do that. The grocery mart will buy this at 8,700. The fast food restaurant supermarket there. So the grocery mart will do it, and the grocery mart is the one. It's that one. Yes. All right. Well, I can go and sell that stuff there. The other thing that I was wondering about is there were some pallets left over here, and I kind of want to deal with those. So first up, before we go off to the grocery mart, we're going to set destination, and I'm going to set a destination like that. Are you going to be able to do it? You've got that trailer on. It might cause a problem or two. I'm hoping it won't. And then I can load up the rest of the material that we've got. Now, the planks that we've got on there, they won't sell at the grocery mart. I think planks, the only place is carpentry. Right. Carpentry. Where is... I don't even know where carpentry is. If we go... So, hotspots like that, it doesn't say. I did wonder if maybe it would, like, if the names would show up, but they don't. So we've got animal dealer, sawmill, Johnson's farmer's market. It said carpentry, specifically carpentry. So I don't know where that is. Biomass, that's going to be as feed grain. Oh, there. Well, it's not actually that far away. Just down the hill there. Right, well, at least we know where that is, and this one is driving off quite nicely. He's doing a great job, but we'll trust him to carry on with that job. And we want to go... Actually, we want to go back to the dealership, because we've got our first job to do with our brand new combine. Now, we've got bread and cereal and stuff like that over there that's got to be loaded up on that trailer that we were testing out. I'm absolutely delighted, though, that the trailer does... load the pallets in that particular configuration. That was the main thing that I was hoping for, was that they would be able to be loaded like that. And so that is one thing that we've got that it does do. And so I'm really, really pleased about that. It's a little bit disappointing that it doesn't actually let us do it. It doesn't... like it's a bit disappointing, but the way that it's disappearing into the ground like it is. But that's something that we can... hopefully overcome, either through changing the mod ourselves, or if there's a slight update to the mod pack. And there could very well be an update to the mod pack just to help that out, because I know that I'm sure that a lot of people would find issues with it. It might be down to the tractor pulling it. That could also be the thing. We haven't tested it with a different tractor yet, so it could be because of the tractor pulling it, or it could be because of the sheer quantity of items that we were loading up, and combined with the weight as well. Right, the reason I've come in around this way is because I want to drop off the header, and I didn't think I'd be able to get across the bridge with the header on. So what I want to do is I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to unhitch that trailer, and then I'm going to bring the header, which is the corn header, and that one I'm going to just stick into the hedge in here. So I'm going to lower that one down there. I'm going to drop that there like that. And then I'm going to back up again. I'm going to get the trailer on. We're going to go back and we're going to start with... because we've got the field over there. It's a fairly big field. And then we've got that little one up there to do. And there's a couple of others. Is there a couple? Right, that one there, field 49. What's in field 49? I can't remember what I got in there now. Crop types. Oh, that's the canola. Right. We got canola in there. I thought it was that one over there that was ready, but it's not. We got canola, we got the long one there, and then we got field 51. And then next month it'll be these two, and then the following month it'll be those three, I suspect. Something like that. So, oh, the canola's over in the corner over there. Right, well, we'll deal with the canola in a bit. We're going to do the one up here first that will leave the straw swath behind, and then we can play with the straw swath while we're doing some other things as well. Right, combine is out here. However, I'm on a new recording session now, and I have been given slightly early access to this pack right here. This is the new Antonio Carraro tractor set, which basically is it's stuff for the grapes. So I just wanted to get a few of these and have a look at them for you because I've been given them. So I thought you'd like to take a quick look. So we'll buy that one right there. That one is the sort of the older one, 7,500. Then you got this one here, which is actually really cool. I like this. I really do. And this is a rigid body. Most of them are actually articulated. So you can have the platform on there like that, or you can have a sort of bucket like that. It doesn't have any extra bits on it. Extension is this little bit up here. So it's just kind of like an... well, I thought it like an additional roll bar, but it's not really. It's more to protect your back of your head from stuff sort of flying forwards. You got wide tires and you got standard tires on there, and GPS, and then you got rim color options on here. So we'll get this one like this. I'll buy that one, and then we go into here. So this is an articulated tractor. It does look very cool. This one is 38 horsepower. The old one over there is 35 horsepower. So you get 38 horsepower tractor right here. This is $25,000. Wheel setup. You've got twin wheels on this thing, which is very, very cool. So we're going to go for the twin wheels on that one. That's $25,000, an extra $800 for the wheels. Then we move on to this one. Now, this is probably one of the wider ones. Big old cab on it. It's still an articulated... actually, I don't think it is articulated. I think this one isn't articulated by the look of it. This one's a rigid body. So you can have a 3-point. Now, that's for the front. Now, at the moment, it says no. 3-point. It adds a 3-point linkage onto the front of the machine as well. This is a 75 horsepower tractor. It is quite a powerful tractor, considering how small the thing is. And you'll see how small it is once you sort of move into it. So this one, I'm just going to put the wheel weights on there. Front weight, no. You can actually add additional front weights and have the front links on as well, which I think is really, really cool. So you can put something quite heavy on the back. You've got the weight on the wheel, and you've got these 3 weights on each side on the front as well, and add that in. So we're going to buy that one. Like, actually, what we're going to do, we'll take those. Yeah, we'll go with that one like that, just so we can take a look at it. 60,700 for that one. Then we move on to this bad boy right here. This thing, it looks really weird. It does. It's kind of cool looking. I mean, I will admit, I do think that thing does look kind of cool, but at the same time, it's very, very weird. So we've got, again, the option for the front weight, the 3-point hitch on the front if we want it. We got a bull bar right there if we want to have that one, and you can have that one with the 3-point as well. Although if you have the 3-point, it automatically puts the bull bar on there, so you can just have the bull bar by itself. And then we've got the front weight, same system, 3 on the sides. This one we got wheel weights for the back for this one. It doesn't have dual wheels on here. Now, you do have different wheel options for the makers, but not a huge amount else on that one. So this is a 98 horsepower tractor. By that one right there. Okay, and then we've got this one. Now, this is a taller one here. You've got a little bit more room in the cab. It's still quite a small one. I'm not going to get any additional options on this one. None of these have got engine options, by the way. What you see is what you get. 98 horsepower on that one. This one right here is, again, 98 horsepower. And it's all those same options for front weights and the bull bar and things like that. So then we can go to this one. This looks like a rigid one again. Again, same kinds of options. 98 horsepower again. And then you've got the Mach 2R right here, which I think looks really cool. I prefer the other one. I think the other one looks even cooler than this one. Wheel setup, you've got wheel weight or standard. You can choose which of those you want. This is 98 horsepower, so buy that one. Yep. Like that. And then the last one is this one, again, 98 horsepower. This is an articulated one. You've got 3-point bull bar, the front weight, which is exactly the same for the front weight. And we'll put the 3-point on there. We'll just go like that. And I'll buy that one as well. Okay, so that's the different machines in there. Achievement unlock vehicle fleet. Okay, I might have a problem. Well, yes, we might. So I got that one over there, and I got a whole load of tractors, and then we've got this trailer here that we were in the middle of doing stuff with that trailer, weren't we? Okay, so we want to go. I don't want to go to that one. I want to go to this one first. We're going to work our way up. So we got this beautiful little tractor here. I love this tractor. I absolutely love this tractor. I think this tractor is amazing. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Look at it go. How cool is that? It sounds really good as well. I know that this pack hasn't sort of received a lot of love. There are a lot of people that aren't overly thrilled about this pack because it's a set of really, really small tractors. So it's a bit niche. It is a bit of a niche kind of thing, especially considering the price. This one here is $7,500. So, or euros, whichever your currency might be. So I feel that this one is probably more of a useful tractor than a lot of the others. At 38 horsepower, not a huge number of vehicles it can do. It's beautifully well made. Sounds really cool. I love the startup and that. It's very maneuverable. This very cool little tractor. I like this one. I do like this one a lot. So we've got that little bad boy right there. And then here we've got this. Now, I feel that this is actually a very useful one. Now, the only downside to this one is the top speed of 19, whereas a pickup has got a much higher top speed. But if you're starting a playthrough, having one of these instead of a pickup would be a really good alternative. And they're a similar sort of price as well. So, like, this has got extra things that you can use it for. There's a mod now available that turns all pallets to much lighter pallets. You get smaller ones, so you can pick them up by hand. And combining this with handballing pallets is definitely a sort of a good move, I think, for doing some things. I'm assuming that you could tip stuff into this one. The main problem I've got with grapes is, like, you got your grape technology there, and you got your grape technology here, right? The main issue I've got with grape technology is you can't go and hand-pick grapes, and the only way that you can harvest grapes is to get this. This is $250,000, right, to go and get that one. Even if I just lease that one, I've still got to pay $12,500 in order to do the initial lease, and I don't like that. But if there's a mod that allows you to hand-pick grapes, combining it with this one from the new pack, and that's what I am a bit disappointed that they didn't have a mod that allowed a very small scale grape picker or something like that. that you could use with this one, or some kind of tool that would allow you to pick the grapes by hand, because this is for working grapes and olives. So if you had something that you could pick the grapes and the olives by hand and then tip them into the back of here, that would be such a cool way to start your little grape empire. But unfortunately, there isn't such a thing, and I do feel they've missed a trick with that one. So here we got the twin wheels. Next, Antonio Carraro. Actually, I didn't even see which one that was. Let's do that again. The TTR 4400. So this, I thought this was an articulated one. It's not. It's a rigid body. Twin wheels on it. So I don't think twin wheels would actually fit in between the grape rows, but this is a small, powerful tractor. I know that there are plenty of people that do like playing small scale, or at least starting small scale. Some of these tractors are absolutely beautiful for that. They are really, really amazing for this, for small scale gameplay, and that's what they're made. You know, it is kind of what they're made for. And I, for one, I'm quite pleased to see these. I like small scale gameplay. I really enjoy it, and I don't want everything to just be about massive, great big, you know, the biggest machines that you can find. I like the small stuff. I find it quite interesting. I particularly like that this one's got a cab, and there's room in this one. You got a bit of room in your cab to move around a bit. This is quite a powerful little machine as well. Like you could do a lot with this one. This is a nice little tractor, right? How much was this one? This was the... I don't want to go into there. I want to go into here. That one was like the third one along. It's this one. It's the Infinity one right here, the first one with the cab. So it's 57,500. So, yeah, it's not cheap because it's a brand new tractor. It's not like it's an old second-hand one. But it is pretty cool, and it's got the cab. Now, this is the one that I said looked like... This is definitely the weirdest looking one. Definitely the weirdest looking one. And if you're a tall fella like me, you go over a bump and you're going to wish you hadn't. Like this cab on this thing is slightly bizarre. Don't get me wrong, the tractor itself does look very cool. I like the tractor. It looks like some sort of racing car. I think it's amazing. I like this, I really do. I really, really like it. But at the same time, I'm also very, very conscious of the fact that a slight bump and my head is going to be bashing against that roof. I hope there's some considerable padding in there. I really do. I really, really hope that there is a considerable amount of padding in that roof. Okay, so you just gone on a quick spin. So that one wasn't an articulated one, and I thought it was. So I've been mistaken. I thought a lot of these were articulated tractors, and they're not. The rest of these are 98 horsepower, and they're fairly expensive. You don't get a lot of change out of... Well, what were they? I think this... I've done that wrong again. I want to go to this one. You don't get a lot... With the rest of these here, you don't get a lot of change out of 100,000, do you? So sort of from here on, 72,500. By the time you have a few options in that, you ain't getting much change out of 100 grand. But when you compare that with the other cheap tractors here, you got the small Landini, which is a little tiny tractor. That does go up to 112, well, 70 horsepower for the base one, for 39,000. These small tractors here, these are probably more bang for your buck for a lot of these. So... And then you've got these here. So, I mean, price-wise, these are probably a little bit dearer. You're probably paying more per horsepower for some of these. But they also have the versatility of being able to get in much smaller spaces, things like that. So, you know, it's sort of... There's a pros and cons situation going on here, I suppose. And... I do keep going the wrong way. I'm just going to do a quick spin around. This is an articulated one. Okay. Drift can't drive. There we go, a little articulated one. I think probably my favourite one, I haven't tried all of the others yet, but so far my favourite one is the little orange one, the smallest and the really, really cheap one. This is a non-articulated with a nice roomy cab on it. I actually quite like this one. This one and the other one with the big cab are probably ones that I would pick, whereas that racing car one does look kind of cool, but... It's the whole lack of headspace that really sort of irritates me. I don't like that. This one is not... I thought this was going to be an articulated one. Apparently it is not. Change driving direction. That was something that I was just wondering. Like, am I missing options here? So left shift B. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This actually has a reverse drive. How many of these have a... How many have I missed with a reverse drive function? I gotta find this out now. We'll have a look in a sec. Right, let's shut you off. And we'll go to that one. So this one has a reverse drive function on it. This one is an articulated machine. 26 miles an hour top speed. And whiz around like that. It has the reverse drive function in here. So we do that and it spins it round. And I am now backwards driving. How cool is this? An actual reverse drive function on these really tiny ones. That is quite useful, actually. Having this reverse drive function is a useful thing to have. It is a very useful thing to have. Again, it's sort of, you know, each of you'd have to decide how useful you would find it for yourselves. So, okay. I didn't realize that when you had the reverse drive in, it automatically put you to this side of looking at the tractor, which is quite weird. This is reverse drive. Let's change that one round a minute. Seriously? Gotta start the engine to do that? Ah, I see. That's how the console turns around and then drops in over there. So it picks up the... You see that? It picks up the pedals and everything and spins everything all around all at once. It's all on the console. Top. They do seem to be quite high on there. I wonder how well... I'm curious how well that would drive. Like, what that would be like to actually operate. Not sure if that would be quite uncomfortable or not. Curious about that one. Next up is this one. We have a reverse drive function on that one. Reverse drive option. I was going to say option and function all at the same time. And that one does. This one doesn't. This one is not a reverse drive. This is just a standard drive go in this direction. Got the parked vehicle. There isn't any other real options on it. This one is reverse drive. So this is the first big cab one. And this one has sort of everything. It's got the reverse drive function on it as well. Like, this seems to be the whole package. This is probably the one I would pick out. Slightly less horsepower than some of the others. You in here. Even this one has got reverse drive. How cool is that? Right, let's try that one out, shall we? Just that little tiny motor going away there. You can hear it chugging away. This is really cool. I didn't realize that this instantly increases the versatility of these machines, as far as I'm concerned. I'll be honest, I don't use reverse drive very much, but I can see where it would be quite useful. As far as in-game purposes, considering how small the tractors are anyway, I'm not sure how useful the reverse drive function is on them, but it does look quite cool. You can also fold the roll bar down on this one. How cool is that? So you can fold that down if you're wanting to get in a really tight space. And you keep the roll bar up and locked in place. Very nice little feature. You right here, we can fold the roll bar down. And then you've also got that other bit, so this could go in very, very confined spaces as well. That one folds down like that. Tip side back. It does actually have a full tip function. Can I? You don't have access to. I can't force a tip on this one, so we can't see what it looks like tipping. Well, we could if I drove it off somewhere, but we know what things look like when they're tipping, so it doesn't really matter. But that one doesn't have. Well, you wouldn't expect that one to have a reverse drive on it anyway. And then you've got this one, which doesn't have any of the extras, but it's 7,500. Like, it's a really, really cheap tractor. It's only 38 horsepower, but it will operate some of the very small stuff that is available in the game. It's a very fast, nippy little tractor. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, it feels fast. It's 13 miles an hour is the top speed, but it still feels pretty quick because of the size of it. But anyway, that is the That's the Super Tiger right there. That is the pack. Antonio Carraro pack. Right there. Just a little look at them, just to see what you're getting. I think these are quite cool. There's no extra machinery with them. There's no other functionality. And I can understand some people being disappointed with that, with the first main DLC that's coming out. I get that. I do. I think this is a really nice addition. My own personal disappointment with it is that there isn't any additional grape equipment, because this is specifically targeted at the new crop that they've got, the grapes and the olives, and they've made sort of, there's quite a big thing with the grapes and the olives, and it is a really nice thing that they've got there. It's an extra little sideline that you can do. It's quite labor intensive with that one. It's difficult to use hired help and so on with grapes and olives. And then you've got all of these tractors as well, which are tailor-made for helping you with the grapes and the olives. That's what they're meant for. So because it's so much focus on the grapes and the olives, I don't have any problem with that as such. It's the lack of additional equipment to go with it. It would be really nice if there was some additional harvesting equipment and just a few extra little options that we could use with our grapes and olives. Muck spreaders and so on. Like if we could use a muck spreader that would spread manure or slurry low down but be small enough to pull through into the grape plantation, that would be absolutely awesome. So as soon as you finish doing your harvest, you could go and put a layer of slurry on. You know, just little things like that I think would be very, very cool and nice little additions to round it all out. So yeah, I'm disappointed that there aren't any more, but this is a nice selection of tractors that we've got here, and it is nice to have some small stuff. Like there always seems to be a lot of focus on either mid-range or very high range, and the very small scale stuff, although I know that's not to everybody's taste, having the small scale stuff, it does tend to get missed out. It does tend to get left behind for, you know, reasons, because most people don't tend to go for the really small. So it's nice that there is a little bit of attention being paid to that. Anyway, now that we have taken a look at that, I'm going to unhitch this one. We want to start doing a bit of harvesting. So unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.